this is one of the top things I look forward each week. Like, is it Wednesday yet? Well, I'm like planning my agenda or to-do list. And I'm like, survivors with 3 exclamation mark, survivors. And things are going better than I expected. I like for all the challenges we did, I didn't think I will still survive to this point. So that's very exciting. Michaela W. We were like, we had a group chat with Danny and Anne, and then we said we were going to vote James out, like after the swap. So Anne said we should have an all-girl tribe, so we should vote James out. But then we think both Michaela and I and James, well, all of us were in the red tribe before, and then we think James is like really good. So as long as we are still having a tribe, he is like a really good player to have. He's going to help the tribe and everything.
As you can see, one person in particular that was still left in the game. A couple hours ago, I got a message from Grace, and Grace is pulling herself from the game. I think she's just trying to get her priorities straight with school and softball and everything, and certainly can understand that. Obviously, school comes first. Love doing this and love when everyone can make it, but obviously you're in college for a reason, so you got to do what's what. So Grace has been eliminated from the game. With that, we were going to do another tribe challenge, but since she has left, the 10 of you that are left, congratulations, you have made the merge. So here going forward, it will be an individual game. There is no more blue tribe. There is no more red tribe.
I am very surprised I made the merger because I will admit things were a bit rocky near the end. When they voted out Danny, I was 100% positive I was next because my team definitely lied to me and Danny about who they were voting for. So truly, I think if Grace had not stepped down, I think I might have been next. So thank you, Grace. But I'm feeling good, you know?
Let's do the play-in challenge here. Luke, Kate, and Lucy, it is just the 3 of you. Are you ready for your play-in challenge to decide if you will be joining the remaining 10? It is a Survivor Mac Edition tradition, so we will continue as such. I always say to the eliminated players, you had bad luck that got you out of the game, so you will need good luck to get yourself back into the game. The player with the highest number after all 3 of you have gone will earn a spot back into the game. Lucy, what number would you like?
A 3. Oh no.
Lucy draws a 6.
Ooh, high number.
6 is the number to beat. Next up is Luke. Luke, this is your sheet to choose from. Please select a number.
B4.
B4. B4 is also a 6. Kate, this is your board. Make a selection.
C8.
C8. It's higher than a 6. Kate has earned her spot back into the game. The answer is, it is a 2. Kate's shot to get back into the game will not happen at this time. We're going to go to a tiebreaker. Lucy, please select another number from the board.
10.
Lucy draws a 5. Another number right in the middle. Luke, comes down to this. Here's your board. If you can beat a 5, you're back into the game. If it's less than a 5, Lucy will earn her spot back into the game. Make a selection.
E9.
E9. The answer is... It is an 8. Congratulations, Luke. You have earned a spot back into this game.
Thought you could get rid of me so quickly, huh?
Lucy, Kate, valiant efforts, but just short. There are now 11 of you left in the game. And like I said, this season is all centered around people and your relationships with people. Bringing 1 into the game would be fun, but why don't we bring in 2? Except, it's not up to them to decide. It's up to you. Now we're going to test how good are your relationships with those that were eliminated, or maybe there are some hidden alliances that people did not know about. Just like you would be eliminating someone at a tribal council, you are now going to take a selfie of a vote for either Kate or Lucy. The person with the highest number of votes will also earn a spot back into the game and will be a part of the merge. Lucy, Kate, you want to see your name on these votes. One of you is about to get back into the game. Here we go. First vote, Lucy. Lucy. 2 votes, Lucy. Kate. Lucy. 3 votes, Lucy. 1 vote, Kate. Lucy. That's 4 votes, Lucy. Kate. 4 votes, Lucy. 2 votes, Kate. Lucy. 12th player to rejoin the game. Lucy. Congratulations, Lucy. You are back into this game.
I mean, I was surprised. Like, don't get me wrong. I definitely didn't think people were going to vote me back in because they voted me off. So I figured they wouldn't. But it feels good. I mean, I like making it to the merge. So that's kind of always the goal, at the very least, is to make it to the merge. So it's nice. And I didn't really have to do much work to get there, which is extra nice. Well, I'm mainly working with Anne. She's kind of like my main alliance right now. Not really working with anybody else. I don't really talk to anyone else, to be honest.
With Lucy coming back in, I was quite surprised because I know that didn't happen for last season. So I totally wasn't expecting that. And then, well, let me back up. I guess I was kind of expecting that on the other hand because Grace pulled herself out, and then I feel like we are 1 player short, so maybe Aaron is going to do something there. All the twists are fun, and then it's exciting, makes the game more I don't know what's the right word I want to use, almost add spice into the game, that type of feeling.
You throw me for a curveball there, Aaron, and I knew it. I I tried my best to get Kate back in. I had 3 people tell me that they already voted Lucy in as you started to say stuff. And they said, if you would have texted me earlier, I would have changed my vote. And now I'm like, come on. Like, I was that close. But, I mean, it is what it is.
The game of Survivor is all about timing. You got to time your moves just right. You strike too early, you might be considered a threat. You could be voted out sooner than you think. You strike too late, maybe you don't have as good of a case to plead to the jury to say that you're to be the best winner. So we're going to test your timing here as the night progresses. I'm going to give you the opportunity to play for a hidden immunity idol. Just like they do on the old-fashioned radio shows, I'm looking for the 5th caller, in this case, the 5th texter. Text immunity idol to me in a text. I'll give you the opportunity to play for an idol. Good luck to all. All right, time to get into our first challenge of the merge. Now, Lucy, what's the first challenge that we always play once we hit the merge?
Musical chairs.
What do you think we're gonna play for our first round here?
Musical chairs.
There we go. I'm gonna play some music. When the music stops, I am going to give you a keyword, some kind of word that you are going to need to text in the chat. Whoever comes in last each round will be eliminated until only one is left. Here's the catch. Spelling counts. So, Michaela's shaking her head at that. So, if you spell a word incorrectly, but you were the first person to buzz in, and everyone else has it right with the correct spelling, you're the one that's out. On the flip side, if you can correct your spelling and get it right before everyone else has buzzed in, you can have a second chance. Survivor. Lucy had the correct spelling. She is good. James is good. Amanda is good. Luke is good. Alexa is good. Anne is good. Carly is good. Michaela K and Michaela W. Hope, Jeremiah, Mike. Why do I have 2 Carlys? Carly, I think you had. Oh no, I take it back. This happened the last time too. I remember we had to do this again, but I caught it this time. So Mike is good. Carly originally had the incorrect spelling. Carly came back with the correct spelling, but Carly was last on the list. Carly, you are eliminated from this challenge. No shot at immunity for you. Campus. Alexa is good. Michaela K is good. Hope is good. Michaela W. Amanda. Lucy. James. Anne. Luke. Jeremiah. Mike, you squeaked by the last round. Not going to work for you this time. Mike had the correct spelling, but came in last. Mike is out of this challenge.
Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now it's in my hands.
Tribe. James is good. Both Michaelas are good. Amanda is good. Anne is good. Luke, Alexa, Hope, Lucy, Jeremiah came in last. Had the correct spelling. I am just as surprised as you, Jeremiah. That came in very quickly. But on my end, on my chat, Tribe came in last by you. Jeremiah is out of this challenge. Immunity. Anne is good. James is good. Lucy, Michaela W, Hope, Amanda, Luke, Alexa, you are all good. Michaela K came in last. Michaela K is out of this challenge. Cosgrave. Lucy is good. Amanda is good. Hope, Anne, Luke, Michaela W, James, you're all good. Alexa, Alexa came in last on my screen. Alexa is out of this challenge. Macaulay. James is good. Luke is good. Anne is good. Amanda is good. Lucy is good. Michaela W knows it. Michaela W out of this challenge. Imson. Hope is good. Anne, James, Amanda, Luke, you are all good. Lucy made it to the finals last season, if I remember right, but not good enough this time. Lucy is out of this challenge. Aloysius. Very fast by all, and with the correct spelling for all of you, but Hope was last on the list. Hope is out of this challenge. Michonne. Luke has it. Anne has it. and now I'm just looking down at James.
I have no idea how to spell that.
Well, regardless, James is out of this challenge. And we are down to 3. Who we got left here? We got Anne, we have Luke, and we have Amanda. This is going to be a showdown. Birchie. Oh, Amanda. I'm impressed that all of you have gotten the spelling right for the most part this time around. Amanda, you are out of this challenge, and it is down to Luke and Anne. Winner! Anne had it first. Anne wins immunity, taking after her brother, who won this challenge last semester. Alex got immunity in season 15. Anne gets immunity in season 16 for this round. Congratulations, Anne. You are immune at this next tribal council. As for the rest of the other 11 of you, this is going to be one mighty big tribal council. We have 12 people. This may be one of the biggest ones we've had yet. We'll meet back here in a bit for tribal.
Here's the secret to me. I think me and Alex's success is we both work in the digital grotto. Literally all we do every day is type. And so A, we are very fast, and B, all we do is type about the mount. So we can type mount buildings extremely quickly. And as soon as you started going down that route, I was like, I got it. I got this. You know what? I have Lucy back in the game, and she's a good teammate of mine. Jeremiah's still in the game, so old blue team, you know, it's weird that we still have those team divides because we're so late in the game, but there's so much of that red team left that we got to stick together. And I think now that there's 3 of us and we're starting to maybe get a majority, we can at least get some other people out before maybe it's our time and we can make some strategic alliances to keep us in. Hopefully, Jeremiah, we're planning on maybe using him as like a spy because he's on the inside of the other team and he kind of tells us what's going on. So maybe we can get some information and see maybe who's willing to flip-flop to get some more powerful people out. I know Michaela W definitely lied to me, so I don't trust her a lot. Doesn't mean that won't change in the future. If I really had to choose anyone, it honestly might be Amanda, just because I know Amanda more than anyone else on that team. And I just feel like maybe I can get her to go against some other people. So me and Lucy were talking about this, and we think the person that's like doing super well is Hope. Because I mean, I'm not in on the red team conversation, but she like wins every challenge, like does really well for her team, but no one ever, like she's super quiet, under the radar. So like I really do think like she's gonna go super far because people aren't really noticing, I think, how good she's doing. Mind you, like I said, I'm not in the communications, but I think she's kind of sliding under the radar of the bigger players, and I think she's gonna make it far.
So I guess my plan now is to stick with the old red tribe people I had alliance with, like James, Michaela K, and Michaela W. And then like I know like today we were talking in our group chat, like who to vote out or what we want to do next or things. But after that, if like when it comes to choosing in between them or like the four of us, I am really not sure at this point how things will play out. But right now we are like communicating in between to see who else, like besides us four, who else we wanted to vote out at this point. It's like hard to know who's talking to each other behind or in another group chat. It's like you don't really know who to trust, who can really trust.
Start things off here with Lucy. Lucy, tell me, what's it like? You were voted out early in the game, received a lot of votes at your elimination, and then you turn around and suddenly you receive a lot of votes to play back into the game. What's it feel like?
Pretty good. Very surprising. Honestly, just surprised. Don't think that people wanted Kate and Luke to play together again. TBH. I think that's the only reason I got in. Shout out.
What's your reaction to that, Luke? You had to earn your spot back in the game. You win the challenge after a tiebreaker with Lucy. Now you're in.
I mean, I've never won the playing challenge. That was the one and only time I played. So, I mean, it feels nice that I won it. As terrifying as it is for a random chance to try to win something. But, yeah, I mean, I understand why people would be afraid of Kate and I playing together. I mean, last year we did get to the final three. But, you know, you never know what could still happen.
Michaela W., tell me, is this game still Blue Tribe versus Red Tribe? It seemed like in the pre-merge there was a lot of, the Blue Tribe did not win a single challenge, and pretty much every tribal council, there was a member of the original Blue Tribe that was eliminated. Now we have two of those original Blues that earned their way back into the game, but where are we at right now?
I mean, I guess you could say that, but I think going into the merge, relationships were built like with our other tribe, with the tribal swap last week. So I guess we'll see tonight in the vote here at Tribal to see where everyone's heads are at.
Hope, are you nervous at all that it could be you this round?
I'm always nervous.
How about you, Carly? Do you think that it could be you, or do you feel as if you might be not one of the top targets at this point and you might be able to squeak by for a couple rounds?
I think it could be me because I messed up pretty bad on the last challenge. First one out.
And how's it feel to know that it won't be you? You're safe for this round. You're good. And not only that, it's so historic. You followed in the footsteps of your brother.
You know, after attending every single tribal council, it is nice for once to just relax. Even if it's just for one round, you know what? It was worth it. Shout out to Alex. He's not dead, but, you know. He's just not here.
Jeremiah, how are you basing your vote this round? Is this a game of alliances? Are you just playing for who you want out and who needs to go? What are you doing here?
Honestly, I'm just going by word of mouth. So whatever I hear, I just go with it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna dispute it. And that's it.
Does anyone think that's the right way to go about it or not the right way to go about it? Is there any right strategy? Anyone want to weigh in on this?
I guess you got to make sure, like, your vote, you have numbers with it if you're going that way, because you don't want to be the person singled out going the wrong way with the vote, because then everyone's going to be like, oh, okay, and you thinking there's someone in the 12 of us left that aren't voting with the tribe, I guess.
How nervous is anyone just for the fact that if it is them, they're voted out, they're the first member of the jury? Like, the game they're technically still a part of the game, but they're also out of it at the same time. Does that scare anyone? Hope shaking her head yes. Michaela W. shaking her head yes. All right. Does anyone else have anything they want to say before we vote? Case, go ahead, take a selfie of your vote, send it my way, please. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now is the time to do so.
Aaron?
Yes, sir. Playing it on yourself?
Yes, sir.
Luke is playing a hidden immunity idol for himself. That is a good hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Luke will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Luke, does not count. 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 Luke, does not count.
Shit, y'all really hate me, don't you?
Mike. Jeremiah. One vote Mike, one vote Jeremiah. Mike. Jeremiah. That's 2 votes Mike, 2 votes Jeremiah. Mike. That's 3 votes Mike, 2 votes Jeremiah, 1 vote left. Jeremiah. We have a tie. So, here's what's going to happen. We are going to have a revote. Jeremiah and Mike, you will not vote. Everybody else, you can only vote for Mike or Jeremiah. I'll read votes. First vote, Mike. 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 That's 3 votes Mike. 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 Eighth person voted out and first member of our jury. Mike. That's 6. That's enough for a majority this round. Mike. Tribe has spoken.
I wasn't expecting everyone to vote for me. I wouldn't say I didn't see it coming. I had a feeling it was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to be a clean sweep. I mean, technically I shouldn't root for anybody because everybody voted me out. So, I don't know, but I guess by default, well, I am going to root for Luke because it's Luke. And he did carry me to a 2nd place finish last season, so I can't say anything. It was a good run, I guess. I mean, made it to the merge. I don't really like being the first one out, but all right, it is what it is.
So this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
You were the 5th person to reply to the text message. So only you will have the opportunity to earn an immunity idol. Now you haven't earned it yet. So this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
There are 8 cups in front of you. 6 of them have nothing underneath them. 2 of them have a slip of paper. For every cup that you pick up, that you have me pick up, that there is nothing underneath it, the first one that you choose will earn you a hidden immunity idol that is good for only the next round, just 1 vote. If you pick up a second one then that has nothing underneath it, then your idol will be good for the next 2 votes, and so on. But if you pick up a cup that has a slip of paper underneath it, the slip of paper says no vote. However much power your immunity idol has at that point stops. You can no longer vote at the very next tribal council. So based on that, are you interested in playing?
Yes.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead, pick which cup you would like, and we'll reveal what's happening.
All right. Let's go with cup number 5.
Cup number 5. So this one right here.
Yes.
Just like that. All that for nothing. So as you can see, no vote. So that's about as worst case scenario as you can possibly get. So you still do not have a hidden immunity idol.
Yep.
But now you also cannot vote at the next tribal council.
Oh, like at first when I got your message saying, "Oh, I'm the 5th person who texted you," and I was super excited, like, "Wow, I can't believe my luck here." And then now look at what my luck did. Like I had no luck in picking up the cup.
Like I think this year so far, it's been a blast. Last year, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring with how easy I just went to the final 3, because it was as if nobody knew what we were gonna do, even though it was right in front of their eyes. Obviously, that didn't help me in the final 3 because Mike and Kate decided to, go ahead and take the winnings. But this year, it's a lot more fun because I have to really strategize now for everything and plan them out. I'm not just hey, here's your final 3 like last year was. So it's pretty fun, and having a lot of the new kids, it makes it real interesting because I really don't know them that well. So like, if somebody else like Jeremiah, I know he lives in Impson, if he knows all those people, like he could technically win this first time. I think it's a very real possibility. Somebody like Jeremiah, a first-year student, could make it final 3, if not win it. I knew as soon as I came back out of that, and if I didn't win the next challenge, my head's on the chopping block. So I figured get a couple people to put some words out, make them think that I'm voting one way, and that I'm not a threat at all. Play the immunity idol, and then it didn't quite work out how I hoped because Mike got voted off. Yeah, so I figured I'd have to play the immunity idol because people would go for my heads, and sure enough, they did. I'm pretty sure over half the people voted for me. Little scared for what happens in the future though at this point because most of my bridges have been burned. I have maybe 1 or 2 alliances still, but even then, it's on thin ice. Lucy is probably mouthing off to all these new people that, I'm the one that they need to be scared of. When in reality, it's her, but I can't say that because everybody knows last year that I just went the whole way through voting everybody off.
Like, after he played that, clearly a majority of us wanted him out. So that's kind of the plan right now. But we'll see how well it works because he had an idol in his back pocket somehow that we were very surprised for him to play that after he'd just gotten in. So like we did not see that coming whatsoever.
I find it like really interesting how many like new people are in this game. And honestly, I forget who like the first time players are because everyone's playing like super well and super strategically. Coming out of the gate, Luke and Kate knew they were together, and I think they were in it for themselves and not necessarily for the good of the team, and we kind of knew that. And so we didn't really have that bond with them. So like I really do trust Lucy and Jeremiah to vote with me. I'm not so sure about Luke. I feel like he can turn on a dime, which this game is probably a good thing, but I don't know. He's really good, and he's a good player, and I think he's dangerous, so I'm going with the majority on this one.
Time for our next challenge. In your bags, you should have a little snack baggie of little blue, like 50-50 tickets. Go ahead and pull those out. It is a game pretty much centered around luck. Always gotta love luck in the game of Survivor. Half of you just shook your heads in disgust. I love it. This is why I have fun with this game. How many of you have ever done any kind of, by show of hands, any of the like pull tab tickets or like little rip tickets you get like at a bingo hall or a church festival where you might open one up and it might say you've won a couple bucks, or like hold on to this ticket because you might have a chance of winning, something along those lines. Well, that's essentially what this is going to be. If you unfold them, if there's nothing on the inside, there's nothing underneath, your ticket is not a winner. That ticket is lost, is a loser. You can go ahead and throw it away. But if there is a ticket that has something that says hold with a number underneath it, you still have a shot at immunity. Go ahead and open up all of your tickets and see if you have any. They call them holders. So see if you have any holders within your bag. Are we ready to reveal the winner of this challenge? This worked out so well last semester, it's only fitting that we do it again. You will find out who has immunity and who has won this challenge next week after everyone has voted. Whoever receives immunity at the next round, it will be as if a hidden immunity idol had been played for them. We will come to tribal council. We will talk. We will vote. And then then I will announce the winner of the challenge. You'll hold up your ticket. So if you have a holder, don't lose it between now and then, because you're going to need to hold it up to the screen to verify, because I don't know who has it. This is completely random. You got to love a completely random thing to happen in the game of Survivor. So if the person who ends up with that ticket ends up being the one to get immunity and everyone voted for them, all the votes cast for them will not count. If not knowing who's going to be immune next week is enough to get you pumped, nervous, whatever you want to call it, we will have probably the biggest twist we have ever had in Survivor Mac Edition history next week. I am very excited about it. It will be the high point of the season. Cannot wait to see how it plays out.
The twists we've had so far have been very interesting, and you make me nervous next week for what's going to happen. I've been thinking about it all week, and I am scared.
That's all I got for all of you. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Everybody, have a good night.